Today's video is Exia, an extremely mobile and high damage 2K. You have a triple shot main that reloads very quickly, a moving side sub that you cancels in the main, a neutral sub that sends you backwards that also has better correction, a very good assist fastfall. Both of these fastfall options are available on empty, so you don't need to have main ammo. And you can also block very quickly after a sub or an empty assist fastfall. Your CSA cancels into 8B, allowing melee combos. However, canceling into CC8B into hop is the safest. Alternatively, you can cancel into sub and just get a quick down. And if you want to get a full combo, you have a boostless one. CSA will cause you to maintain momentum going up off your hop, which lets you get quite a lot of altitude very cheaply, as well as lets you air stall. Main, sub, main, assist, main is a very good fastfall sequence. You can vary the timing of it, since you can fire the assist while empty, allowing you to be pretty flexible in your sequences. And don't always do the full sequence, sometimes save an ammo, because you can use it to punish. Basic melee combo, notation shown on screen. You can target swap during it to make sure that you're ready to react. Your 6B combos are much more limited, but that's the damage option and fast option. Basic melee combo for 350 damage and very difficult to cut. Your neutral string is worth mentioning because it knocks down an overheat. This is a basic reset combo, meaning you let the down value reset. I only suggest it when you're using a full burst. You can use your special movement options since they cancel out of main to make it very unpredictable whether or not you're just poking or you're going to try to take an attempt to go in, since they cover quite a lot of distance and are very flexible. You can also use it to make your landing timings unpredictable by just hovering for a second before you actually choose to land. And this suit also has access to the Joestar secret family technique. As long as you have a targeting green lock, you can cross the entire map and be incredibly difficult to catch because you're hopping every single one of these. Alright, on to matches. I realized after I recorded all these videos, there are quite a lot of bails. Most of what you're going to see is me spamming the main fastfall route that I told you about, and different variations of it. Mostly just looking to keep poking, keep using my ammo, because your reloads are very fast, but your ammo is very low, so you just have to keep finding opportunities to use it, keep finding opportunities to make people think you might be vulnerable, and then just retreat out and let your partner actually get the confirms. Mostly just trying to stay away, carelessly try to get away from Gushan and wind up right next to Bale, but I'm close to my partner, so they're able to finish. They're able to get a bigger punish. Just continuously poking and retreating towards my partner, get ready to intercept, stop Bale the moment he bursts to go in. And even though I'm risking overcost here, as long as I'm preventing Bale from getting favorable trades, we'll win out in the end. This is kind of how melee comps go, so a lot of times you just have to be willing to let the back die first. Bad burst, they immediately turn on me and I'm not able to keep moving defensively to avoid it. pick up more damage on bail, try to get cute. They're instantly ready to sub me. That's fine. I just don't want to be caught without a burst, so I'm playing fairly aggressively. Because if I don't have a burst, it's going to be hard for me to intercept for Irissa or Norn. I could have picked up the punish on me, but they were too busy with going at my partner. And that was me choking. Not picking up the punish combo. And Exia's burst, you're just so fast that people just underappreciate how fast you can close the gap to get to them. Especially if they're far up in the air or ascending, descending. Your vertical tracking is quite good. Which isn't necessarily common. A lot of times when people are rising or falling, sometimes things will just whiff. Notably when you're falling. Having bad bursts is very rough with this suit, because ideally you're not really getting many opportunities to land melee combos on people if the opponents are protecting themselves well, because it's a very good idea to try to get damage on Exia early, otherwise he's just going to force himself into you. I don't even know if that CSA was aimed at me or if it just went across the map. Deliberately do the fast fall sequence by looking at my radar to see where Reborn's partner was, to make sure I'm landing perpendicular to them. Because the direction you choose to fast fall in sometimes means that it makes a huge difference between what's actually going to be able to hit you or not. So sometimes I just switch to looking on the radar instead of paying attention to what's in front of me when I'm doing the fast fall sequence. I really don't want to directly confront Build Strike in melee because he does fairly decent melee damage and has a shot block move, so I mostly want to stay at a safe range and keep poking. Especially since we have a pretty sizable lead. APCSA 8B being a cancel route is so disgusting. I can just force myself to overheat and get that burst out from him. Catch Build Strike. They whiffed a melee near me, so it's a pretty easy punish to just melee step melee. Any desperation melees they do to try to challenge it, you can just win the step war. Normally with most suits, I try not to get out in front of my front as often, but Exia is just so good at getting random attention that you kind of want people to feel like you're inching way too close and ready to pick up any big punishes you can get. Otherwise, you're not really exploiting the mobility of this suit well. And when you have a suit like Norn that has an incredibly strong neutral game, if you're making people move because they're afraid of you just popping in and getting a melee combo like this, losing 250 of their life and missing their first life burst, they're going to pay a lot of attention to you, which means your front isn't even going to have to win a 1v1 because their attention's split. Your opponent's attention is split, so they're going to pick up a lot more vector shots than they would normally from enemies just trying to swap targets frequently. I pretty much resigned to dying first this game because there's such a huge life gap. so I mostly stay in and keep fighting. I didn't want to get hit by that assist, but I also knew Exia was on me. But I'll take the Exia kill instead. And now Exia's stuck in repair mode with angry Norn and Exia chasing it, so this isn't going to end well. I should say in repair mode, Exia is still quite a bit of a threat because it still has its best melee and it has its special movement options. It loses some speed and mobility though. And Exia isn't actually the person who even loses the round, it's the Legolas trying to force damage and force a win condition. And Norn easily dispatches that. Versus snipers, like Karadim. Karadim's 1v1 is actually not bad. Your goal when you're trying to keep a sniper pinned is more to make sure they're not able to Vernier freely, because Verniers are very boost expensive, so if they do 1 or 2 snipes in a row, they might not be able to land if someone's sticking onto them. I mostly make sure Master is getting double locked during the intro stages. I can't believe that assist hit me. That completely blindsided me. I just don't respect Karadim's assist enough. I actually fast fall the funnels deliberately. I can't really find a position to start chasing Karadim again, so I keep looking to slip right in. This is gross. Master text because I thought my partner was going to finish the confirm. Now I'm running away. Master's still chasing me. I'm watching the radar to try to pay attention to what they're doing. My partner got a knockdown because they chased me. It's funny that I keep messing up that fast fall, but against Karadim it actually helps because they're not going to be able to predict when your fast fall timing is to be able to snipe you. But I haven't really gotten much done to Karadim yet. I'm just trying to make sure. Keep an eye on both. Get sniped right as Master bursts. This should be like almost game ending. Do my basic defense option. Really wish I had main. I could have subbed if I was more aware of my ammo count. I use hop to get up in the air to make sure I don't lose my burst. Pick up an easy punish on a Karadim trying to retreat as his partner is finishing off Norn. Once I see that there's the F-burst coming out, I intercept. Because left alone, an F-burst and Master should probably end up getting a hit on your front. That was a very patient wait on that Karadim. Could have done a 6BC before I bursted to end up closer and more threatening, but just keep harassing the Master. Master has to avoid me, and Norn gets to just sit and wait for it to land and pick up an easy punish. It's very hard to not overcost and also not get phased when you're taking too much damage, because if you end up playing too passively, then Exia doesn't really do anything. Your long range is there, but it's not very good. It's not very high damage. It's pretty good, it's just not very high damage. And you're mostly relying on single shots or vector shots. It's not going to win you the game. And you should predominantly try to do things with your suit that are going to win you the game. I was ready for the punish. It's often, with melee comps, it's often just much easier to hit the back suit. That step CSA was risky as heck. Unfortunate CSB hit means I'm probably just going to end up dying first. Try to retreat back towards my partner and strike Nor, intercepts with the railgun. Jump into another CSB. That combo was really bad, but fortunately they dropped it or just gave up on it. It's very hard to burst at a good HP first life if you die first as well with Exia. And you really don't want to wait till second life to burst. I'm honestly being pretty greedy with how long I'm waiting. Just trying not to melee, because if I melee, all my melees are very predictable and straight line. Fantastic intercept by Nor. They mess up their Oki, but end up taking enough attention that Bale gets me, but Norn is ready to pick up off me getting attention. And at this point, because my partner's not even taken any more damage and still has burst, I'm pretty much planning on playing all 3 lives, which is fairly common. If Exia overcosts and your partner's healthy, you really should just bulldog your way into trying to get 3 lives. It all depends. And Bale chases my partner to space, my partner bursts out, and I get an easy 350 damage punish for his troubles. This is one of the hardest things to keep aware of when you're versus an Exia, is like when you're down below 350 HP, like you are at risk of dying at any point if he gets one clean combo on you. And it's just incredibly brutal to have to keep that on your mind at all times. This is a match I just included, mostly for fun. You'll see why towards the end. Anyway, that's going to be it for my commentary today, so see you next time. Rare footage of Side BC actually landing.